Today we will talk about widgets or how to build widgets, and the best way to learn is to do this together. Let's build this widget of revenue for current fiscal quarter grouped by each month, and I see my stacked revenue. On the bottom I want to see all revenue 1, and on the top I want to see revenue in progress. To start building, I have to go to edit mode and add a widget. And let's go straight to advanced configuration. It will bring us to a widget designer. An empty widget designer looks like this. It's very similar to the main dashboard. I have 3 parts. I have data panel to the left. I have a main widget window in the middle where I see how my widget is progressing. And the last part is to the right. I have filters and design tab. In this video, I will walk you through each element. So let's start from the top. First of all, choose your chart type. I switch to the column chart. My options change a little bit depending on the chart type, so pay attention, but the differences are not so big. For the column chart, I start by choosing categories. Categories, these are my group by values. We want to group by month of the close date. So I choose my close date, go straight to more and choose close date in month. And this gives me the all close dates in my database. So to add data or y-axis, I go to values, click on add button and type revenue. And voila, I see revenue by month. And the last part of data I need is status, because we want to break by status. Well, now it's a little bit overwhelming. I have too much data. So that brings us to the next element of the widget designer, which is filters. I can add filters straight from here, see my plus button, or from the data panel. Let's start from the data panel. So for example, months in the close date, I said I want to see only current quarter. I go to the time frame, quarters, current quarter, and as you see, a filtering option was added to the widget filters. And also status, we are not interested in, for example, in status lost. We want to see only opportunities 1 and in progress. Again, my status in progress and 1 was added to the widget filter. Another thing you need to know about filters, how all filters interact together. On the top, I have dashboard filters, and on the bottom, I have widget filters. Dashboard filters, as you may know already, apply to the whole dashboard, and widget filters applied only to this widget. So what I can do here for this particular widget, I can choose if I want to apply all dashboard filters or none. Or, for example, if I want to apply only one dashboard filter. I toggle off process. It means if somebody changes process on the dashboard filter, it will not affect my widget. Only dashboard filter leader will affect values in my widget. And the next option is slice, filter, or highlight. If I highlight, it means when I click on one of the values, they will be simply highlighted here. If I choose slice or filter, so my widget will be changed and I will see only 1 month instead of all 3, for example. So let's keep it to highlight, because slice and filter is a little bit tricky as it can be added as a dashboard filter and affect other widgets. So now let's look at the design tab. Design tab affects formatting in the whole widget. For example, the first thing we notice here is for column type, I can choose if I want to see columns side by side or I want to have a stacked option. The next part is legend. Now I have legend displayed on the bottom. I can choose, for example, to see it on the left side of my widget, and value labels. If I toggle it on, I will be able to see values of each column. So let's say I want to see relative values. It means values of each part, and the total values, aggregated values for 1 and then progress in this case. And here, if you scroll down, you see more formatting options. For example, if I want to display grid lines, if I want to add titles, and so on and so forth. The last part about formatting related to the widget elements. For example, right now we see each month as a numeric values, but I want to see the month name. To do that, I go back to the element I want to change. In this case, it is the categories. And you see, it shows me the formatting. So let's say I prefer this one. Click OK. And now I see my month October, November, and December in full. Also, because this is a dollar value, I want to add dollars. To do that, I go to the values. As soon as I hover on values, I see this option, 1, 2, 3, and I click on currency and I choose dollars and I don't want to see decimal. And for example, if I don't want to see 1M or 1K, I simply toggle off this option. Okay, so this is formatting. The last part I want to show you is related to more advanced options, but two of them are important for every user. So first one called Widget Effects Dashboard Filters. Remember when we went to the filters, I showed you the slice and filter option. So if you don't want this column on the click to be added as a dashboard filter, simply unchecked here. And the second option, Enable Drill to Anywhere, allow your users to right-click element of the widget and choose another field they want to drill to. That is a little bit tricky, especially if your users don't really know the relationship between data and your CRM. So if you think it can create a trouble, the best is to disable it. And the last part related to the click-through. Click-through is added to the values. You go again on the options button here and enable click-through. And to save all changes we've done to this widget, we click apply. And here we go. This is our original widget, and this is the widget we just built together. The last thing I want to do is to add a title. Now, let's click through to this option. I do right click, I choose click through, and it takes me to Maximizer. So my 6,100 is actually divided between two opportunities. One of which is 5,000 and another is $1,000. If I want to see more about this opportunity, I go to details. Okay, that's all for now. I hope you now have a good idea how to build widgets and can do it on your own.